Please describe your job title and primary duties.
I'm in a program called RSP. It's Recruit Sustainment Program, and basically they teach us how to be professional United States soldiers. We have drill 1 weekend a month, and when we get there, we learn our warrior ethos, our Army values. We do things like land navigation, stuff like that. And it's preparing me for my AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training. And when I get out of that, I'll be a helicopter mechanic, scout helicopter mechanic. And that'll be my MOS in the Army. So.
What was your favorite part about working there?
My favorite part has to be just the camaraderie, like being part of something bigger than just myself. Putting on that uniform means everything to me, and it stands for something more than just a job or just serving your country, things like that. And it you have to give respect, and you get respect in return, and I just like, everything about it, so.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
Basically, it's as simple as going into a recruiter and signing up, but you want to know what you're getting into because your contract is final. Once it's written, if it's not in the papers, you're not getting it. So knowing that it's something you want to do is the biggest part of it. If you're iffy about doing something like the military, I would suggest that it's not for you. You have to want to do this. The application process, you sit down with a recruiter. He tells you, what you'll receive and how long the Army has you, and the things you'll be doing, the jobs you can choose from, how everything's going to work out, and that's basically it. And then once you actually make the decision to sign up, you have to go up to MEPS, and it's a place where you take your ASVAB, which is the Army, it's a test to get into the military, and it qualifies you for certain jobs. And after that, you swear in, and you're a member of the armed forces.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
Honestly, they didn't ask too many personal questions. One of the biggest things they have, it's called the hot seat. It's where you're in a room, and they drill you about, like, past health problems. And you have to tell the truth, like whether you've had asthma or any surgeries, anything like that. They'll also ask you about using drugs, things like that. But personal information as far as like why do you want to join or what are you doing this for, they don't really ask you anything like that. It's all pretty much qualification questions to make sure that you're qualified to be a soldier. So.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to get employment?
Make sure you go to 3 or 4 different recruiters. I got lucky, and my recruiter, he told me everything that was going to happen, the way it was going to happen. I've heard some of my buddies, they've been lied to, things like that. So you want to get different opinions, Basically, you're going into the same thing that everyone else is going into, but you want to know exactly what you're going into before you do it because it's a pretty big decision. I'm in for 6 years, and I've loved every minute of it. I don't regret anything from it, and that would be my biggest piece of advice. Just make sure you talk around and make sure it's something you want to do. Don't just wake up one day and say, I want to join the Army, because if your heart's not in it, then you're not going to enjoy it as much as somebody who has been wanting to do it forever. So.